you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. I'm so excited that you picked today to join us because I have a special surprise. If you haven't already noticed, something is a little different. Maybe the quality is a little different. That is because for Christmas, one of my gifts was a Canon G7X Mark II. If you know anything about YouTube world and doing a channel, and a lot of the big YouTubers, they all have this camera. And it's just a great way to really jumpstart better quality for your channel. And so for Christmas, my family actually came together and invested for me to be able to have this camera. And so I'm so super grateful because I'm in college still, y'all, so there are some things I just can't invest in. So to have people that believe in my dream and really want me to be able to just kind of take this thing to the next level, I so much appreciate that. So shout out to my family, shout out to my two brothers and my dad who all pitched in. I think my mom too, who all pitched in to get me this camera. So I really hope you guys are excited. I posted it on my Insta, and some of the followers that have been following this channel since the beginning were just like hyping me up in the DMs, like, we're just so excited, we can't wait for the quality of the content that you will produce from now on. So thank you guys for your support from the beginning, way back to the iPad fuzzy days. Let's just put a clip here so we can reflect on how fuzzy and crazy those videos were. But we made them work, we did what we had to do. But I'm so happy to have this camera and to up the game a little bit. So I'm actually coming to you live from my hotel bathroom. I'm currently in Virginia Beach, Virginia for the National Inspirational Youth Convention. This year it's, like I said, in Virginia Beach, and we've been here since, oh my gosh, when did we leave? We left Wednesday. This is day 5 of the experience for us. But I had to come on here. I know this is crazy, like, why is she coming on here? Why would she do a video in the bathroom from her hotel? It's because I really wanted to get this video out to you guys before the new year. I just want to come on here and reflect about 2018. It was such a dynamic year, particularly for me if you were following this channel since the beginning, since when I started back in February, my birthday. It's just been quite the year, lots of ups and downs, big moves, big steps. So I just want to come on real quick and share with you guys 5 things that kind of reflect my 2018 year in review. So without further ado, because I have to hurry up because my friend is in the talent show tonight, and it's actually the final round because today is the last day, and so I want to get there so I can support her. So really quickly, here we go. First of all, can you guys believe it's about to be 2019? Like, 2019, what the heck is that? I can't believe that 2018 is over already. It's in the past. 2019 is coming so quickly. But the first of the 5 things I want to share with you guys today is that 2018 taught me to truly believe in miracles. When I tell you guys, I saw a dynamic miracle in my life this year, and I talked all about it in the last insert to my testimony series. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up here, but I need you to go check out that video because it kind of details the way that this miracle happened in my life. It was just incredible. Like, God literally blew my mind. I had a moment of severe devastation, and it felt like, you know, what is going to come out of this? What is my future? How am I going to pay for school next year? Like, it was the craziest space to be in, and God brought about a crazy orchestrated miracle. And that miracle honestly was just like a puzzle piece. You know, it was just part of the story for this greater thing that God's been doing in my life for years now. And I'm really starting to see those things come together and see His plan and His purpose in the way I had to go through these things. And so 2018 to me was just like, wow, I have to get past this doubt, this worry, this fear that I try to have when I face situations, because I've already seen God do miracles, and if He's done it before, He will obviously do it again. His plans are so perfectly orchestrated, y'all. So many things just started to truly make sense for me, and so I have no room to doubt God. In the future, I'm so glad I video recorded these things and journaled these things. I encourage you to do the same thing if you're not already journaling or documenting the ways that God moves in your life, because that will help you at the end of the year to, you know, if you start to get discouraged or you just feel like you want to just throw the whole year away. Which, by the way, can we just pause and say, why the heck do people do that? Why do we do that every year? It's like a social media trend that at the end of the year people talk about that this year was trash, and so next year is going to explain the past year, or we rush the year out the door because it's like we're so ready for that to be over because it was such a hot mess. Like, why do we do that? Every year there are ups and downs, and I see the same people sometimes at the end of every year throwing the year away, and I'm like, you said that about like last year, you said about 2017, 2016, 2015. How is every year a bad year, y'all? No, we have to change that mindset. So honestly, I'm looking for the miracles in every year, and I'm documenting them so that when I get discouraged, when it feels like, you know, what is the hope? Where is the hope? I can look back and see God has already done amazing things for me. He's done miracles, and He's going to do so much more. So the next thing I want to point out about 2018 and what has taught me is that relationships are hard. Y'all, they are so hard, but they are so worth it. I've had so many just particular challenges in the relationship area with friends and with my family, like my blood family, and even my frustration with my with my single life and what that looks like. And it's just caused me to really reflect on the fact that relationships are hard. As awesome as they are, and as awesome as it is to be in community with people and to love people, like, it's amazing, but it takes work. It takes serious, intentional work. And I noticed that, especially in these recent years of my life, it's a tendency for me to isolate myself and run away when things get hard. It's just like, deuces. Like, I don't have to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't like being disrespected. I don't like being talked to a certain way, you know? So it's just like, I won't deal with it. I will run away. But that doesn't solve anything, you guys. And honestly, when I ran away from these situations, I would always feel almost worse, like it would relieve that immediate tension, that immediate, like, you know, frustration. But eventually, like, it didn't feel good to have these, like, outstanding issues with people that I love. So I just want to put that out there, y'all, that relationships are hard. They are hard. I don't care how awesome the relationship is. There is work to be done, but it is so worth it. So I really just want to encourage you guys to stick in there. If anyone is like me and just really struggles with that isolation thing and running away, I challenge you to stick through it. Try it one time. In a situation where you could run away, stick through it and say, okay, how can I get through this? How can I deal with this? That's the challenge I set forth for myself all 2019, is to try to get out of this running habit and to stick around and stick through these personal issues. And I really feel like doing that with family and friends, honestly, is preparing me for when I find my spouse. The third thing I want to share with you guys is that 2018 really taught me to be grateful for the basics. I mean the basics. I'm talking about food, gas in your car, being able to wash your car, you know, not having to always be on pins and needles about where, you know, the money is coming from to cover the things that you need to cover. I will just be transparent with you guys and share that 2017 was one of the most challenging years of my life, and one of those areas was financially. I remember times when I would need gas, but I would push it to the limit because it was like, let me just wait because I might need this money for something else. Or having to check my bank account before I walk into the grocery store. You know, somebody hits me up to go out and I have to go check my account first, or feeling that guilt of like, I don't want to ask my parents for help, but like, if I don't ask somebody for help, I don't know where this is coming from. Not being able to buy new clothes. Like, y'all, my wardrobe was solid as a rock for a few years. So it's just like, I don't have the money to be out here cashing out on new clothes, new shoes, and things like that. If you've been following, you know that I got that job back in April, and it covered my needs. You know, it covered my tuition. Thank God I'm now tuition free all the way through my PhD. And so that freed up, you know, my monthly checks to be able to pay my bills, pay my rent, you know, get gas, get groceries. And I remember it hit me finally, really in September. I was driving and I had just filled up my tank, got groceries, I had washed my car, vacuumed it out, and I think I had probably got my nails and stuff done that weekend too. It was just like everything that, you know, I could have possibly gotten out the way, and, you know, those essential needs that I felt like I needed, you know, I had. And I hadn't thought about it, I hadn't checked my account. Not to say I was out here being reckless, but I just got what I needed, you know, without having to think twice about it. And I remember bawling my eyes out, just like, oh my gosh, like, look at the way the Lord has provided for me. Look at the way I prayed and asked Him to, you know, come through and to really provide me with the finances to give me what I felt like I was working so hard. And I'm like, where is the money, Lord? And He blessed me so abundantly to the point where I have money to put away in a savings account. You know, like when I had to get a replacement tire due to having a nail in my tire a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, and I had the money to take care of that. And I didn't even have to go into my savings to pay for that. And it was just like, Lord, you are good. Lord, you are faithful. Lord, you are truly a provider. You love us and you promise to provide for us, and that you have. And so 2018 really taught me that. Just being surrounded by so many reasons to say thank you, God. So many doors have been opened, y'all. So many ways made. Like I literally, anytime in worship, we've had 4 or 5 services here, because we have 2 services a day here. And honestly, at service, all they have to say is when I think of the goodness of Jesus. And honestly, I know that's so churchy and people, you know, hear that all the time. It's cliche, but y'all don't understand. When you have a testimony behind that, I have now so many testimonies, so many times when I remember back to when I didn't have it, remembering back to struggling, remembering back to depression. Now I look back over that stuff and see how the Lord has made a way and has brought me to a new level in 2018. And I'm telling you, y'all, there's no way to silence me. There is no way to silence me. I will yell, scream. I've been yelling and screaming because just the thought of that, all I have to do is think about how great He is. Just how great God is alone, on His own. And then I think about and put it together with what He's done for me on top of that. Y'all, no good. Absolutely no good. No good. So 2018 has definitely been a year for me to be able to say thank you, Jesus, just to be overwhelmed with gratefulness. The fourth thing that 2018 definitely taught me was that I have to get out of my comfort zone. The things that you truly want, the things that you truly desire, the success, the love, the relationship, the whatever, will require you to get out of your comfort zone. It's so easy for me to trust God in certain areas of my life. But then I've noticed recently that there are several areas where I haven't released to God yet. I haven't given Him control of that because it would require me to get out of my comfort zone. And I don't know about y'all, but my comfort zone is cozy, okay? I have no desire to get out of my comfort zone sometimes for these different areas. But to get that thing that you truly desire, to get that love, that relationship, whatever it is, it's going to require you to step outside of your comfort zone. And you guys remember my whole testimony behind me switching to the PhD track last year. I had this big vision, but I wanted to obtain it by staying just in my little comfort zone. I told people I didn't do research. I'm not going to do research. I'm not getting a PhD. You can't make me. I'm done with school after this last degree. Like, I just had all the things to say, and I had my own plan, and it didn't require me to step outside of my comfort zone. But y'all, when I tell you, I took that leap of faith, switched to the PhD track, and I'm telling you, I can barely recognize myself these days. Like, I'm on 4 or 5 research projects. I told you guys in the last video. Like, the fact that I'm doing research at all is hilarious to me. I'm writing, I'm submitting things to editors. You know, I'm doing things, I'm on projects, I'm reaching people in ways that I didn't think was possible for me, or I wanted to believe it was possible, but I didn't want to step out of my comfort zone and do anything that would allow me to reach those goals and to really see that vision come to pass. So yeah, you guys, these great, amazing things that have come out of 2018, I mean, and I'm only at the beginning of these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2018 was like introducing these things to me and showing me what is possible and getting my feet wet. But like, I just feel like 2019 is going to shoot off. And even though I've already taken steps outside of my comfort zone, there will be more. There are other things. There are visions I have for creating and for, you know, taking my blog and this channel to the next level and all these different things that I can't accomplish by staying in my comfort zone. So I'm encouraging you. You cannot accomplish some things by sticking just in your comfort zone. You've got to step outside of it. And that's definitely one of the things that 2018 taught me. The last thing I'm going to share with you guys about what 2018 taught me is that I must create daily. If not daily, almost daily. Creating does something to my inside. And shout out to all the creatives out there, because y'all already understand what I'm saying. When I have the opportunity to sit down and bring these visions from my mind to life and to record things and edit things and, you know, just kind of influence people with the gifts that I have, there is nothing like it. I mean, it gives me through the hardest times. It motivates me to get my schoolwork done so that I can get to being able to do that stuff. You know, when I hear feedback from people and, you know, people supporting me and offering me opportunities, it's just like, it's like rapid fire. So when 2018 hit, it was already a vision and a goal of mine to create daily. Actually, if you follow my blog, I had a blog post about, you know, my 2018 goals, and that was one of them. And I can honestly say, even though I didn't create daily, I created much more than I ever had in the past. And I shocked myself with the things that I was able to do. I mean, editing videos for people, you know, doing people's websites, just doing all of these incredible things that I didn't think were possible for me. But they are possible because I was creating and I was just living my best life. So I encourage you all, especially those creatives who are probably doubting yourself, you're fearful, you don't want to step outside of your comfort zone, or, you know, you feel like life is too hectic and you just don't have time to create. Make time to create, y'all. I know in 2019, creating will be, this is almost going to be like a second job in my life. You know, it's going to be a high priority. To get all these things done for school, yes. To write, to, you know, complete candidacy and write my dissertation, yes. But also to create, to take my brand to the next level, to show people what I can really do, and to allow it to influence people and change their lives as much as it's changing mine. So I can't wait to show you guys everything that's coming in 2019. There's going to be an announcement in a few days And I think I'm gonna make a video for you guys to do the announcement as well. But I just have some really fun things coming, and I'm just so excited about how everything is just falling together for 2019. 2018, thank you for your lessons. 2019, we're coming for you and we're taking no prisoners. I love you guys. I'm so sorry this was so quick. I wanted to get it recorded so I can edit it and have it up for you guys on New Year's Eve, but I have got to go because my friend, I'm sure, is close to being up on stage. So I'm gonna hop in an Uber and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I can't wait to see you in the new year. I can't wait to share all the new content that I have for you. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell because y'all, it's gonna be lit. You don't want to miss the journey. Like, we're so close to 1,000. Like, just be a part of the number. Be a part of the number. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit the like button. Maybe tell me what you're looking forward to in 2019, how you're walking into the year already with a positive mindset, maybe what 2018 taught you. I want to hear all about it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!